Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on Thanksgiving Day. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is tuned in. And as always, presented by Lyona Labor's Local 663, who remind us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Also presented by RBW Agricultural Farm Equipment Sales with locations in Bolivar and Moberly. Family owned and operated since 2018. Go to www.rbwag.com. Coming to you live from the Bambino's Italian Cafe studio, we welcome in the head coach of the undefeated Fair Grove Eagles, Coach Bill Voorhis, friend of the show, multiple appearances. Coach Voorhis, how are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Well, Coach, what does it feel like having that target on your back all year long? You're undefeated. You've ran the gamut up to this point. Um, what what does it feel like? Well, I guess it's better to have the target on your back than to not have it. But
Well,
tell us a little bit about the season.
I mean, yeah, it's good to still have the target on your back and not be done and check in gear. I mean, it's been a great season. I'm happy for our seniors. You know, our program, our community. I don't think it ever had the number one seed or number one ranking as far as media rankings go. But like I tried to relay to our kids and our coaches, and they all know it. But I mean, Lamar is the best team in Class Two until somebody in Class Two beats them. So it doesn't matter what the ranking is until somebody in Class Two beats them. They're still the best team. So we're just trying to keep that in perspective and excited to keep playing.
Well, and a fortunate thing, or for you, is the fact that you won't see Lamar until the state championship game, where there were several seasons there in a row where Lamar was making their runs of seven consecutive and 9 out of 11 or whatever it was, that you guys were in the same district.
Yeah, we had a couple of zero. So this was our 10th district championship game in a row that we've been in, and this is the second one we've won in a row because last year was the first one. And yeah, we had several what I thought were really good football teams. We just kept running into the eventual state champion in our district. So
Kind of compare this team to those teams that went to those 10 consecutive. Are there obviously there's similarities, and maybe you're a little stronger here, maybe there's a couple areas where maybe we're young or inexperienced at, but kind of compare those and contrast those teams over the past decade.
I mean, I guess maybe really the only we had some really good teams and players that came through, and that's why we've had so much success. But I mean, this group of seniors got into high school kind of at a time when we had just lost a huge group of seniors. So these kids have been playing since they were sophomores. So I mean, if this group has something on maybe some of those other teams, that these seniors have been 3-year starters, where some of those seniors we had on those other teams didn't get a chance to start till they were seniors because we had loaded groups in front of them. So this group has a lot of experience. Last year, getting the first district championship as juniors, I think, was a big deal for them. And so finally getting over that hump. So I mean, that's the biggest difference is just the amount of experience these kids have.
And coach, we got to go back to this game at Lafayette County, and unfortunately, all six of your postseason games will be on the road because you were the only one seed in Class Two that did not have a bye. So everybody you run into has had that bye week and been short a home game. So you're going to have to play on the road, become road warriors, so to speak. You had to go to Higginsville, Lafayette County, last week, and maybe one of the more exciting games across the state. Two of them for sure played right here by Southwest Missouri people with Nixa and yourself, Fairgrove Eagles. So the Eagles played great, tremendous postseason games. Tell us about that Lafayette County game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time that Fairgrove has played Lafayette County, and Coach Cook up there has a program that's going on multiple decades now of being really good. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, they're well prepared. They're well coached. I mean, it was a great game. Our defense played really well. They have all year, but I mean, we've been putting up 40+ points a game, and so the offense gets a lot of attention. But Lafayette County had been putting up 40+ points a game. So for our defense to keep them to 13 was a huge deal. We finally had someone kick it deep to Kellen Lair. Kellen had only had one other attempt this year at returning a kick after being back-to-back first-team All-State kick returner. And so they to start the opening half when we were down 7-0, they kicked it deep to him, and he returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown in the second half. So that kind of sparked it. Again, like I said, our defense played lights out, and just it's part of it. It's why you play the game. I mean, their kicker hadn't missed a field goal or hadn't missed an extra point all year long, and he misses that one, and our kid didn't. and that's the difference.
Could you kind of sense that the worm had turned after he ran that kickoff back? Could you feel that emotion on the sidelines when he got in the end zone?
Yeah, I mean, it was what we needed, because what we talked about at halftime is we had to win one half to earn another football game, but then talked about somebody being a spark, somebody just showing everybody that's going to be okay, that we'll be all right, that we're going to figure out how to get this thing going in the right direction, and it just happened to be Kellen on the opening kickoff.
Now you got South Shelby. They're 11-1, of another very good football team. Of course, everyone who's left at this point are outstanding football teams. Can you, after looking at them on film over the last few days, can you compare them maybe to a team that you've already played on your schedule?
I mean, it is hard to compare a little bit, because they're the teams they play. I mean, I have no connection. I'm just relying on other people to tell me how some of the teams on their schedule are. But I mean, they look a lot like a Stratford, a lot like a Mountain View Liberty, teams that have athletes all over the field that want to spread you out. They got a quarterback that can run, aggressive offensive lineman. That's what we talked about yesterday at practice. Like, teams that are left all have a few things in common, and one of those things is they have athletes on the field. One of those things that they'll tackle well, they run to the football, and so everybody left playing still does those things.
Obviously, we're recording this or playing this on Thanksgiving Day. What does your Thanksgiving Day look like as far as practice, meetings, icing, film? What are you doing on Thanksgiving Day, and then what are you doing tomorrow on Friday?
Yeah, so we're going to go early in the morning on Thursday, just so we can stay in a routine and not lose a day of practice. But we're going to go early, so maybe parents and kids can travel for lunch or for dinner. And then we're actually going to go up the night before. They're expecting maybe up to 3 inches of snow in Shelbina. So we're going to go up on Friday, stay in Macon, and then that way Macon's like 30 minutes from Shelbina. So we're going to go up on Friday night and stay the night, so that way we don't have to worry about weather getting up there Saturday morning.
All right, now to the important things, so to speak. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. What are a few things that you can touch on that you're really thankful for? This year. What are some things that you reflect back on that really warm your heart?
I mean, just my family at these football games. I mean, football season's a long season. I mean, we've been doing football stuff literally at least once or twice a week since April, and so just support. I mean, I always enjoy seeing my wife and kids at halftime, because they always wait for me to come back out of the locker room. And then, like, I have twin daughters who are sophomores, and they're both cheerleaders, and so seeing them on the sidelines during the game, after the game, and when the game actually got sealed we got an interception with 40 seconds left to go, and one of my daughters is bawling. She's so happy, so I ran over and gave her a hug on the track. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Two daughters, sophomores, twin daughters that are cheerleaders. I bet your shotgun's always loaded.
Yeah, and I have another daughter who's in third grade, so it never stops.
Very good. Well, Coach, being it's Thanksgiving, let's say you're getting in that buffet line, going through, spending time with your family. What are you leaving room on your plate for? What's a side that you're not going to miss?
My wife makes this, like, we call it crack corn, but it's like cream cheese and sugar and corn and butter, and I mean, I'm going to load up on that.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, a thankful heart is not only the greatest virtue, but it's the parent of all other virtues. And folks that are listening and watching out there today, hey, take some time, spend with your family, and be thankful. And then, hey, on Saturday, get to Shelbina. I know Fair Grove's going to have a huge following. They always do. And Coach, best of luck. And hey, go get a victory, and we'll do this again next week for another road game.
Hope so. Appreciate it.
You bet. We've been visiting here on High School Game Day with Fair Grove head football coach Bill Voorhis. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here for the holidays. And we'll be right back after these messages.
I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck.
And a high-tech Chevy SUV.
Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support. For life. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!